Hello everybody, welcome to OCHD and welcome to another Kotodaman video. Today we are covering the 6th anniversary part 2 bingo board. It's another one of those bingo boards that gives 5,000 gems. So definitely this is not one you're going to want to miss out on. And compared to like the last event, the like Bunchy the Rock and stuff like that, these are quite easy. I would imagine that anyone should be able to clear these, especially following this guide. As always, I'll have the missions actually written on the screen, but also in the description if you prefer. And let's jump into it. Mission 1, very simple. You have to go and summon on the 6th anniversary part 2 free choice gacha. Now this ticket here, you can see that I've got. You will have already received this in your gift box. So all you have to do is go to your gift box, claim it, and there you go. Now you get to choose here. You get to choose a character of a certain type. So I chose yellow, and it's going to give me 5 choices for yellow characters. And I just kind of picked one. I suppose I could have looked at like their stats, their abilities and stuff. But if they're not collab characters, I'm kind of not bothered. So I just went for one. Obviously, if you're missing a character that resists a certain debuff, or, you know, if you don't have many AoE characters or something like that, then sure, there might be a reason to go in here and take a look and figure out if you actually need any of these. I just picked the one that looked cool. So make of that what you will. But that's not the important part. The important part is that's the mission cleared. That's gone now. I can go back and I can have a look at my missions, and that is done. So mission 1 cleared, easy peasy. And now mission 2 is another summoning mission. Let's go. Now this particular gacha is like a daily thing, but it's got like steps to it. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then back to 1. So you summon on day 1, you clear step 1. You summon on day 2, you clear step 2. It doesn't matter if you miss a couple of days, you will miss out on some like of the end rewards, but definitely do that every day. Definitely log in and do that summon every day, but especially for this mission, do it at least once. The first reward is not that great, but the ones later you get gemmies and stuff, definitely worth doing. Mission 3, trade in 500 of the 6th anniversary trade medals. I already have a bunch of these, obviously, because I've been playing the game during the event. But if you don't have a bunch of these, you get them from clearing almost any stage, especially we're talking about stages that require stamina to run. And there's loads of them, and we're even going to be doing some of them later on. You need to do them to clear these missions anyway. But I just wanted to show you the missions in order this time, so that's what you do once you have your medals. You just go there, buy something, anything, and that's mission 3 clear. Now mission 4 is another one of those wonderful like story mode stages. It will take you to the stage, but obviously it's a new stage, so you haven't cleared the stuff before. Now the stuff before is literally just a couple of story, like it just plays. You don't have to do anything. Then it comes to the actual event stage. Now I think there's like 2 new big bad bosses during this event. And this is one of them, in the story mode version. The actual event version is like significantly more difficult, but the story mode stage, really not that bad. I think the only thing about this stage is it's like a double debuff sort of thing. So you'll see here, I'm like looking, I'm like, what can I do? And once I cleared this board, the next thing that comes up, he'll have different debuffs. Which is not too bad for this version of the stage, because like I said, it's not that difficult. For the actual proper boss version of this stage, yeah, that's kind of a nightmare, because this freeze debuff, let me tell you, if you can't clear this, like it's such a pain. I'm quite fortunate to have a lot of characters that are good at clearing it. If you don't have the units in your team that can clear it for you, you're really in a bad spot, because it's just going to block off all the units touching it, and you're just going to get nothing done. So a horrible debuff. A lot of debuffs are horrible, to be fair. There aren't that many nice ones, but some of them are more manageable than others. Like some of the ones that I don't like the pixie debuff. If you have a leader that 100% resists it, then everyone 100% resists it. You don't even have to think about it when you go into the stage. But here, as you can see, completely different. First of all, he's changed his type, but also we've got the like heal barrier thing. We've got the landmine as well. we've got this thing at the bottom, which is going to give him a buff if we don't fit certain conditions. But because we like cleared all the debuffs before, he has weakened himself. So that's going to make it easier to actually do the necessary damage. So it's not too bad. Again, like I said, story mode stages, typically easier versions of the boss stage. If you are doing the actual boss stage, you're not going to have a fun time, I don't think. But you can see here, I didn't have the units to actually clear these shields. So that did put me... I managed to clear one. One is still on the board. But I think... you know, I'm recording this in post. I don't actually remember. I think we beat him anyway. This Mikey and Takamichi does big damage. Big damage. That character was a healer, and I guess I forgot that and kept him in the team. Don't really need it for this stage, but for the actual version, maybe. And I kind of just used this stage, this team rather, for like everything during this event. It worked out to be a pretty solid all-rounder team, and it helped me clear a lot of things. So we beat the big bad boss, the easiest version of that big bad boss. And as you can see, we did get some of those 6th anniversary medals there. So all these stages we're clearing, we will be earning more of the medals which you will need for mission 3. But we moved on from mission 3. We've now finished mission 4 and onwards to mission 5. Now mission 5 and mission 6 is going to be sped through here because you can clear any advent stage. You can either clear the same stage 5 times, you can clear different stages. As long as 5 advent stages get cleared, you've done the mission. So that's why I've sped this up, because there's so many different ones. I literally just picked some that I hadn't already done, because you normally get good rewards the first time you clear a stage. So I picked out 5 that I hadn't done already, that I didn't think would be too difficult, and I just jumped in and cleared those. And you can do the same. It's really not that difficult. Some of these stages are really easy. And actually, when we're doing the next mission, I'll show you a little trick. But mission 5 cleared now. And on to mission 6. Same thing, but you got to do 10 times instead of 5. We've already done 5, obviously. And these are the filters that I was using. So that one is just showing you what should I clear next. And then I've chosen the 3 easiest difficulties. And then just pick the stages you haven't cleared that you want to clear. And they'll be super easy. Now, I've slowed this bit down, because this is something that some people might not have seen playing this game. I've only done it like a couple of times. And that is a perfect 7, which is quite difficult to perform when you don't speak Japanese. But somehow I managed to do it. And I wanted to share that moment with you, because that's new to me. That's rare for me. And you can see the 7s there. And the damage was quite significant. Yeah, quite significant. Considering I think she has like a barrier up at the moment. We're doing some alright damage, I would say. And it's just nice to see those little like rainbow swirlies. It really doesn't like bring you that much benefit other than the damage is higher, obviously. But it just feels good. And I just wanted to share that with the people, because I managed to do it while I was recording. So I was like, hey, might as well. But yeah. These, again, it's the same thing as before. You already cleared 5 stages, clear 5 more, any 5, and you'll clear the mission. And as you can see, I am sort of picking and choosing. I had a little bit of a glitch with the background on this one. I don't know what was going on. I am sort of picking and choosing the stages where it's like, maybe I've cleared one, but I haven't cleared the other one and stuff like that. These stages are giving me sometimes 100 gemmies for clearing. These are all going in the bank for the next event. I'm saving up. So if you do pick the stage you haven't done, you will get some rewards, you will get some gemmies, so it's definitely worth doing. And that, 5 more stages is done. Mission 6 is done. On to the last 3. Now, the last 3 are all kind of the same. I'm going to show you once what you got to do. So here, you can see it took me to a stage, but you won't have that stage unlocked unless you've beaten the prior stages. So I showed the stages on screen just now. You have to beat like set 1, set 2, and set 3 of each section. And on set 3, that's the actual mission we need to clear. The red version we're doing for mission 7. Red version of the KotoMachine Gamma stage 3. And you got to do this 3 times. So we're gonna do this stage once, a normal speed. and then we'll speed through the rest. And the other stages, honestly, I'm probably just going to speed through as well, because they're essentially the same. They are different types, and there are slightly different debuffs and stuff. So it's a little bit different each time, but they're largely the same. And as you can see, I pretty much use the same team. It is, you will see here, important to be using these freeze resist units, the Spy X family or Spy family units, who do have that freeze resist, and they break. When I say resist, they help you break through the freeze. If the freeze goes off, it will still freeze them. They don't resist it in that way. And you just gotta just absolutely obliterate the stage, basically. There's three. You should. One thing I wasn't doing until later, you should really target the big bad boss. Especially in my case, when I got units like Omegamon. Omegamon's going to do a bunch of damage to everybody, and I've got other units that do a bunch of damage to everybody. And these units they have on the left and in the middle, not that strong. Not that strong, and they will go down to like reasonably strong AoE attacks. So you don't really have to worry about them too much. You focus on the one on the right, which is like the big one. And that's going to make your day a lot easier. I also do make a couple of mistakes with the thing here, because I think like the dark units are like weaker against like red, green, blue. So that unit I'm using that's like my leader, I should really be using the light version of her skills, not the dark version. But it doesn't matter too much. These stages aren't too difficult. And you can, I mean, I'm using off-type characters. Do I even have a single blue unit in this team? I might not. I don't know. Obviously, the light units do have a advantage, but you get what I'm saying. Like, you could easily go in. It's a red stage. You could go in with a full blue team if you wanted. But that's up to you. And yeah, you can see the damage fall off is quite high, because we're getting to this last guy, and the dark units just aren't doing as much. And it's taken us a little bit longer than I would have liked to clear this boss. But I changed type to purple. So I guess you can factor that in while you're team building. That's like I guess that's turn 3. They changed to purple. So I guess you can bear that in mind. But yeah, it gives you like pretty easy combos to go for, I think. And luckily I had like I like this team. This is a good team. They've done a lot for me. And I think this will be the killing blow for this. So same thing, but then the different types. So this is the red stage. There will be the other two types, green and blue, that we have to beat for missions 8 and 9. And like I said, the setup is going to be much the same. I will be speeding through those, but it is just going to be kind of the same thing. Just beat this stage. If you can beat this one, you can beat the other two, I'm pretty sure, no problem. And you do get items from these stages, which you can trade in as an exchange, which gives certain rewards. So this one is the one that drops like the weird pizza type thing. And then I think one of them drops like some cloth stuff, and one of them drops these like little stars. You can trade those all in for rewards at the like event exchange. So bear that in mind. Like, these stages might actually be worth farming to you. Take a look at the exchange, see what you want from there, maybe go grab that. But in this case, for the mission, just clearing it 3 times. Obviously, we're talking about the top difficulty. All the other stages is whatever. But the top difficulty 3 times, and then mission clear. So that's mission 7 done. And then mission 8, exact same thing, but green. But yeah, let me show you. So it takes you to here, but that stage will be locked for you if you haven't beat these stages here. So you got to beat those 3, and you got to beat those 2. And then here, you got to beat the first stage. Again, the ones with the little book is just a story. It's not like you actually have to go in and fight a stage. Just watch the stories, fight the stages that you have to fight. And then you get to that 3rd set, and you go and you clear the only stage in the 3rd set, because I think the last bit's like a little story as well. So clear the only stage in the last set, and do that 3 times, and then it's pretty much job done. So, I mean, not much to say at this point. I'm just kind of speeding through. This is one of the easier sets of missions, I can't lie. And you can see, like, already we've done 8 out of 9. And mission 9 is much the same as 7 and 8. It's just for the blue version of the stage. So just got to do that, and then job done. So again, I'm just showing, make sure to clear those stages before, and then you can do this one. And yeah, another just quick clear through. Other things during this event, I mean, obviously farming those medals is good, because if you haven't already got the gems from part 1, which I already have, so when I went into the exchange earlier, there were no gems there. There will be gems if you haven't got them from part 1. So playing stages, getting medals, and going and trading those in, worth doing. Absolutely worth doing. On top of the gems you will get for doing the bingo board, which we have now completed. So it's just that easy. It's a very, very easy bingo. 5,000 gems. Very, very nice. And that's pretty much it. That's gonna do it for this video. I don't know when the next collab and stuff is, but I'll look forward to it, and I'll see you then.